It's June 1942 and the Second World War is raging across Europe and the Pacific. But far from the battlefields, United States faces a covert threat on its own shores. This is the story of Operation Pastorius, a daring Nazi plot that turned into a comedy of errors. My name is Darek and welcome to the Sands of Time. Operation Pastorius was a top-secret Nazi mission named after Francis Pastorius, a founder of Germantown in Pennsylvania. The aim of the Operation Pastorius was to cripple the America's war production by targeting key industries, hydroelectric plants, aluminium factories, railroads, and water supplies. The operation involved 8 German agents, all of whom lived in the United States before the war. They knew the language, the culture, and the terrain. Trained in sabotage techniques in Germany, those men were equipped with explosive and detailed plan for their mission. They were ready to bring the chaos. Or so they thought. On 28th of June, the first group landed on Long Island, New York. They were supposed to blend in, but their choice of clothing, a full German military uniform, might have tipped off pretty much anyone. The group immediately encountered a Coast Guard patrol, and when asked what they were doing, they fumbled and they said that they are a lost fisherman. The Coast Guard wasn't having it and, unconvinced, demanded to inspect their gear. And then the Saboteurs tried to bribe the Coast Guard patrol with $260. Remarkably, the bribe worked and the Coast Guard patrol just let them go. The second group landed on Ponte Verde Beach in Florida a couple of days later on 2nd of July 1942. Their plan? Hide the explosive that they brought with them, specifically bury them in the sand, and then blend in and pretend that they are just on casual vacation. The German saboteurs tried to bury their explosive in the sand, but you can help my channel by liking this video and subscribing, so the YouTube not gonna bury it in the YouTube sand. Thanks in advance. One member of the group, Herbert Haupt, he decided that he gonna go and find a perfect spot to hide the explosives. So he went on the expedition and got lost. Herbert wandered the beach for hours, stumbling through the sand, while locals looked curiously. Things got even worse when Herbert, still lost, came across a local beach patrol. The patrol was likely either amused or confused with his odd behavior, but they let him go after a brief chat. Meanwhile, the other members of the group tried their best to blend in as vacationers. They set up the small camp and began to bury the explosives in the sand. As they worked, their clumsy efforts, like having really shabby camp with garden furnitures and tent, handing explosives to each other in the open and speaking German to each other, whilst having their camp pretty much between the American families who were enjoying the sun, did little to hide their true intentions. On July the 3rd, the local authorities were alerted to some suspicious activities on the beach and, surprise, surprise, they found some of the explosives that our saboteurs tried to hide. Later, the FBI arrived and they found the rest of the explosives and detonators. Although none of the explosives were used in any attack, their presence alone got FBI attention and contributed to quick unravel of the plot. But it wasn't the FBI who started to unravel the plot. It was the saboteurs themselves. George Dasch, one of the saboteurs, he quickly realized he wasn't cut out for this whole evil mastermind thing. Overcome with doubt and guilt, he decided to betray the plot. On July 4th, Dasch walked into the FBI office in New York and said something between the lines of, "Guess what? I'm here to save America from my own sabotage plot." FBI must think that they are pranked. Dasch's confession led to nationwide manhunt that resulted in capturing all of the saboteurs within the days. The FBI job in this case wasn't too hard and often made just amusing by saboteurs' blunders, like accidental gun discharge that revealed their position and lead to their breeze capture. The capture agents were tried by military tribunal. 6 out of 8 got death sentences and in August 1942 were executed by electric chair. The other 2 got prison sentences due to their cooperation with authority, and after the war they got deported back to Germany, probably with the note "Do not rehire." Operation Pastorius highlighted vulnerabilities in American Homeland security and led to increased vigilance and counterintelligence efforts during the war. It remains one of the most dramatic and oddly comical episodes of attempted sabotage on American soil during Second World War. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.